Collective, what's good, you guys? Let's get your cards and see what message comes out for you guys. I think I'm gonna do tea leaves. I really like the last message that came out. It was very straightforward, to the point. Okay. Three of Pentacles. There is some type of victory. We're gonna see what victory you're having in. Okay, so some type of area of your life is experiencing a triumph. So let's see together. What demons you slaying? What obstacles are you overcoming? Some of y'all has a lot to do with work, right? The Three of Pentacles talks about work. You're about to be feeling like yourself again. Okay, you're gonna start feeling as if your efforts are the effort that you put in is rendering you some type of outcome, some type of success. Okay, I gotta make sure my hair ain't messing my microphone up. I got all these gadgets that I don't use all the time, so I gotta start using it. Otherwise, it's a waste of money. And Spirit told me, it was like, you don't need it. And I'm like, yes, I do. I need it. This is gonna allow me to go and travel and have this, and look at me now. Right? Okay, so you can trust that things are working out beautifully for you. Okay, your ships are about to come in. Let's see what ships are coming in for you. You will be playing a different role. Ooh. So whatever current role that you've been playing, you're about to be doing something totally different. What are you doing differently? Some of you guys are going from being an employee to a supervisor, a CEO, having your own business. Feels like at work. Yo, the money path. You got the money path. You done hit the gold mine. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay. Where are you now? What are the messages? Pleasure with a close friend. Okay. Someone's very loyal to you. You about to get a up close and personal interaction with someone. Okay, it's giving business and pleasure, opportunity or windfall. Yeah, carrot. Okay, okay. You're doing something different now. Dare I say, did you just portal leap? Did you just, like, yellow brick road? You went through a storm, you made it out alive, and instead of you going home or back to something that you're familiar with, you are on a different frequency now. Collective. You're ready to receive something. You're in perfect alignment. And this alignment is also planting seeds. Something about planting seeds is here for you. Plenty of material things. Whoa. Whoa. So you're coming from a path of struggle. You're leaving behind a life of struggle. Beware of great pride. And so your spirit had to be tested. You had to go through some type of storm to test your character. Are you the type of person that would be greedy and change who you are to get that fame, to get that success, to have that lifestyle? Or would you give all that up to be true to yourself? And this is telling me that the action move that you chose to make was the right one for you and your soul. So be ready to travel if necessary. I feel like you're building upon the success that you already have, some of you, And others of you, you're going to be figuring out like what's next for you. And that's why we have different role here. What's next for you on this phase of your life? What other projects do you want to work on? This is going to be really big for you. You're getting like a big break. You are on the road to success. Yeah, you went through your valley of the shadow of death. You went through your transformation. You found the Easter eggs. Success assured with good plans and hard work. And then we have Stork. News of a birth or new business opportunity. I feel like you're getting both. The seed is planted. The mood is set. You already know what's next. Something about somebody's gonna be on TV here. Okay. I'm picking up confirmation of TV. You're in the dark for a reason because the less you know, the more something grows. Okay. And you have learned on this phase of your journey that you don't need to know everything. And so you just remain excited. So I am excited about what's in store for me. My plan is working wonderfully. That's what I'm hearing. Ten of Swords in reverse. I heard miss me with the bullshit. You are leaving behind struggle. You're leaving behind betrayal. You're leaving behind a consciousness of lack. You're leaving behind this repetitious, I think something is happening, anxiety. I think someone's watching me. You're like, I'm done. Something was trying to, like, at that crossroads, something was tempting you. Okay, this was about tempting your mental strength, your mental willpower. Yeah, like, would you bite the bait? I don't know why I bit the card. Oh my god, would you bite the bait? What would you do for this or that? I'm saying, ouch, Charlie bit me. Okay, something about Willy Wonka, the chocolate factory, Charlie biting you. Um, you are being handpicked, hand selected. You are being chosen for some type of role. Somebody's getting a role in a movie you're starring. Okay, it may be completely different than any of the other roles that you ever played in. But it's like you're getting your close up. I'm hearing cameo, loyal. Okay, this is giving a glow up. Beware of great pride with the peacock. So if you are playing a different role, pleasure with a close friend, beware of great pride. There's some type of confirmation that you are willing to walk away if it means you have to like sell your soul, if it means you have to dishonor your soul, if you have to give up on your angels, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people will come to spirituality and they will invest on doing the work, and then the moment that they're not getting what they want, then they give up on their entire journey. So this has to be a journey. Like spirituality is like medicine. Okay, you have to want it for yourself. It ain't enough for you to put it all on God and say, God want me to do this, or for you to put it all on Spirit and say, Spirit told me to do this. This is about you, because you could put the blame on me, because you could put the blame on me. All right, sorry for all the things. I'm hearing Akon, Akon and Young Jeezy. Someone listens to that. There's something here. Why is beware of great pride here? Your ego has to be tested. Your ego had to be tested in order to bring this business, in order to qualify you for this role, this position. Your ego had to be tested. If you don't get what you want, do you act out? If you get a taste of something, do you switch up? There's something about making sure that you're prepared. You have the character development. You have the responsibilities, you're disciplined, you're organized, you know how to make a plan, have a target, you know how to direct your own film, is what I'm hearing. You're the director of your life. You co-creating with the universe. Pelican Bay could be significant. I just keep hearing beaches. So now you know what it takes to allow your creativity to soar. Instead of trying to be so fixated on the 3D, you're in a whole nother dimension. And that's why I said, did you portal leap? Because this feels like light years. 8 of Cups. You left behind the regrets of the past, your prior reality. You weren't even fixated on that. And this is saying that spirit didn't even have to send someone in to provoke you. This is saying that spirit didn't have to push you off the edge. You were able to see the plot. You were able to see what's happening. You were able to see the journey. You were able to get the Easter egg. Okay? Something about Easter, the 8th, I think it's the 18th of April, is significant. There was some type of road to El Dorado path that was carved out. Pretty much, there's something about unlocking, decoding, being able to see the yellow brick road through any storm. What's this beware of great pride about? Oh, when you feel as if someone is watching you or someone is disguising themselves and being petty, do you have the ability to be aware of that information and continue to still do what it is that you're doing? So you have been made aware that there is always something. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah, so you looked anxiety in the face and you were like, you don't own me. You looked, yeah, the moon. Whatever hidden agenda, whatever plot, whatever masquerade, you pretty much was like, boo, Monsters Inc. is also showing up. You know how in the movie Monsters Inc., the little girl pretty much went to the place and they were trying to scare her and she wasn't scared. Yeah, it's giving Alice in Wonderland. And it's like, oh, if I trick you and scare you, are you gonna run? And really it's like, you're just me. You're the manifestation of me. You're my shadow. And so you checked your own ego without having to need another soulmate or another encounter with another person in your 3D reality to check you. And that is self mastery in itself. You know what I'm saying? So you are successful. This is why you're successful. This is what separates those that do and those that just want to do it. Okay. I'm so happy for you. Okay. The 10 of Cups, you found your joy. And as long as you are on a frequency where you are happy, you are interdependent on yourself, that is the golden egg. That is the golden egg. To be on this journey and know that your joy, your love, and your happiness, your fulfillment is already within you. And I feel like this is why the movie Inside Out was really depicting Joy, Riley remembering, because she was going through anxiety as well and new emotions that she hadn't processed yet, that was in her mainframe, okay, her operating system. And when her finding her joy wasn't in fitting in, it wasn't in trying to have her friends, her family, and all those core principles that once made her feel connected to the world around her, but it was being okay with not being always okay. And that's the beauty of the journey, to be okay with not being okay all the time. It's okay not to be okay all the damn time. Star, you are on your North Node. Everything you do right now with routine, okay, it wasn't other people that was stopping you. It was you stopping yourself. And you had to go through this pilgrimage. You had to go through this process. You had to study to show yourself approved. You had to be able to see, read between the lines. You had to be able to see how it's all connected. Okay? The trifecta. There's something about trifecta. I promise you, like, Spirit is really like downloading it. And then now it's working out beautifully. So whatever you put out there, it's gonna be prosperous. You just keep showing up. King of Wands in reverse. It's like now you get to be who you are. And sometimes, like, people always say, oh, you need to be upright, you need to be balanced. Sometimes you also have to go through the phase of learning what it feels like to feel off and imbalanced. Okay? Maybe you don't want to invest in a person, place, or thing. Maybe you you know what it takes now to get out of this rut. Some of you guys, you were stuck in a rut, feeling unfulfilled. You know how to get what's required to get what it is that you want, and you're not going to let anyone stay in your way. And that's the moment where it's like, even if I have to be the bad guy in someone else's story because I'm choosing myself and they feel some type of way about it, I'm okay with saying no. I'm okay with not extending my generosity. I'm okay with not focusing on that and focusing on what I do want. And so at any given moment, you know how to whip it out. You can whip out, okay, the one where we are all in agreement, but when you're in situations where other people don't agree with you, and there's moving pieces of what it takes to have a well operating ship, sometimes you got to be the unlikable one. When you tell your kid, no, you can't have something, you got to be the unlikable one. And I think death in reverse. So they want you to know, like, it's not completely done. There is something happening here. But instead of you feeling as if, I mean, it ain't never over until you know you are no longer on this dimension. You're no longer in the 3D realm. But the way you process the experiences and interactions around people that come in to test you, you welcome it. Something about welcoming opposition and choosing what you give focus to. Like, I'm aware, but this is about you being okay with spaces and places with people that are different than you. And I think you have mastered that. Not everybody's going to think like you, be like you, and it's not to hurt your feelings. It's not personal. This is about something not being personal, taking it personal, and feeling like you don't know why this is happening. No, you know why this is happening, because it's supposed to be happening for you. If you can revert back to the core principles of why it's happening, then you won't have to deceive yourself and be like, it's happening to me. No, Spirit is saying, you know why it's happening. Someone else tried to convince you that you don't know why this is happening. And that's why you were feeling off and trying to be someone that you weren't. And this could literally, with the Page of Swords, this is just this can be just from feeling the presence of someone, you know. You gave them more power than they needed or they ever had over you. So someone tried to trick you out your spot. They lost. Especially for you guys Yeah, this is a closed case, closed casket. Eight of Wands. I mean, yeah, Eight of Wands is pretty much where you're headed. You're about to take off, full force ahead, all gas, no brakes. Fuck out of here. You know, I just like to hype y'all up sometimes because sometimes I be like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm hype you up. When it's the season for hyping up, that's what we supposed to do. When it's the season to hype up, you hype up. When it's the season to get real, you get real. You got to show up for what's needed, not always for what's wanted. And that's a part of reparenting oneself as well. Yeah, for sure. It is safe for you to receive. I told you you are ready to receive all these blessings. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms. Give me big hugs, okay? Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. I love this. You're leaving behind limited ideas. Now you're a part of the infinite abundance of the universe. And I love this for you. Shout out to you guys. We'll talk another time. Bye.